Aloha, beautiful resilience family. Happy Tuesday. It is a gorgeous sunny day. I thought I would jump outside and connect with you all here for just a few moments live. And I got to thinking about how to stay in that yummy, tuned in place that I was kind of talking about yesterday with respect to, are you aware of your yum and your yuck? And are you aware of your internal yes and no? And what I wanted to share with you guys was kind of a really nice and easy way for you to remain tuned in so that you can really hear that internal yes and no, or the yum and the yuck, with greater ease. And it really has to do with intentionality and setting your day up in such a way that it allows you to stay tuned in. So I don't know what you guys do with respect to your morning routine, or what it is that you do to remain mindful and intentional throughout the day, but I wanted to share with you what I do to kind of give you, to offer you, some things that might be useful to you. I've realized that on the days when I skip this, I am far less tuned in to my internal barometer of yum and yuck and yes and no. And on the days that I do this, everything just flows with greater ease, and I have a much easier time listening to that internal barometer. So I completed a theta healing weekend this last weekend. Was a theta healing certification to become a practitioner of theta healing. And what I love about it is that theta healing is such a complementary modality to everything that I already do and teach with respect to NLP and the modalities inside of HUNA and even the resilience work. And one thing that was mentioned inside of that training that is really just another way of saying the same thing that I'm saying right now is this idea of pre-paving, or sort of predetermining how you want your day to go. And it's something that Abraham Hicks refers to in his work as well. And so what I do in the morning, and I actually do this the night before as well, is I sit, in a space of meditation, and I quiet the mind and I drop into the body. And now with the new skill of going into theta, like I'll go up into theta, and I'll just really kind of think about what an ideal sort of day would look like. What would it look like to be in that space of ease and flow? And what would it look like if I was, able to just be an open, clear channel to receive, divine downloads and let myself be guided by the universe rather than feeling like, I need to grind it out. So I sort of create that imagery in my mind, and it's very akin to what we do in NLP, right, with respect to creating an internal representation and then putting that into your future. It's the same thing. You're just being very intentional about how it is that you want your day to go the next day. So I'll do that the night before, right? And I'll let that be the last thing that I have in my mind before I go to sleep. And then of course I just come into a space of gratitude and I count my blessings. And in counting the blessings, as you know, what you appreciate appreciates. Then the next morning, I allow myself a spaciousness before I jump into my day. So I do what my coach calls the CEO morning. And, all successful people who are running businesses or entrepreneurs or leaders in the world give themselves some time in the morning to be very intentional with their energy. And so what I'll do is I will get up and exercise, or just get outside, get some oxygen, walk my dog, be in nature. But I'll definitely bring some oxygen into the mix and move my body in an empowered way. And then I'll come back and make sure that I eat something really nourishing and something that my body can digest easily. And then I will look at my intention for the day and kind of what it was that I created the night before, and drop in, go up into theta again, and create that internal representation of what it would look like for me to be doing things from that state of being, right? So from that state of being of whatever the intention is, what would it look, sound, and feel like for my whole day to unfold that way? And I literally imagine it. I run the movie in my mind, because when you create it in your mind, you're creating it on some level in reality too. So I'll just run through that in my day, and then I'll look at my day, and I'll maybe like pick the top 3 things that I want to get accomplished that day, and then I'll go about doing that. And it's really just about getting intentional with what you're doing. And what that does is it sets you up energetically to live into that intention. And then you can just kind of surrender and allow yourself to be guided by that internal barometer of yes or yum or yuck or no. And then you can just allow your decisions to be made from that space, from the space of you being totally tuned in and connected to your higher self or to source. So I offer that to you guys as something, you can start to bring into your daily practice, so that you get really intentional about how you are managing not only your physical body, but your energetic body, and that you get really intentional about how it is that you are setting yourself up every day. Because if you just jump into your day, and I'll tell you that this has just been my experience, when you jump into your day without being intentional, then it starts to feel like your life is running you, rather than you very intentionally creating your life every minute of every day. Because whether you like it or not, you are creating your life every minute of every day. You can be intentional about it, or you can just let the junk and the noise in your mind create a reality for you that is incongruent with who you are and what you want. So there it is. That's my little nugget of Tuesday wisdom for you. The Tuesday tip this week, you guys already got a sneak preview at, and it was the letter from the Divine Mother that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago. I decided that I wanted to share that in a bigger way with the world, in a space of vulnerability, and also because I think that the divine download that I got that day was not just for me, but was for me to share with others. So if you do feel that someone would benefit from reading that post, you're welcome to share it. I'll share the link with you guys here, and you can sort of pay that energy forward if you wish. With that, I would love to hear your comments. Love that you guys continue to share so beautifully and so openly inside of the space with one another and support each other. And continue to have a beautiful, intentional, and mindful day. Aloha and a hui hou.